Hey guys, what is up? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. Today we have for you Voltorb in Generation 1. Voltorb is it's a different Pokemon. Its counterpart, Electrode, not the best. Its moveset, not the best. You get only normal moves and electric moves. That is about it for the entire game. Now, the annoying thing is you get Sonic Boom at level 22, 17, which is the main difference between Voltorb and Electrode, is that Electrode gets to start with Sonic Boom, therefore it can make it through the early game easier. And obviously it has higher stats, so its tackles will do more damage. So obviously I couldn't put it anywhere near as high as I did Electrode, which was a 102, as you can see on the leaderboard. Now, I was thinking, all right, well, it can't be worse than Magnemite. Magnemite had an even worse moveset. It was slow as dirt, which Voltorb's fast. So no matter what, we're just going to be able to beat the regular parts of the game faster, thanks to Voltorb, just by the fact that we get to go first. So even in an equally difficult run, the exact same run played out between two of the exact same Pokemon, Voltorb's going to do better just because it gets to go first, and also because this is Generation 1, it will also have a higher crit rate. So, with that said, Voltorb's going to be better than Magnemite no matter what. Now, the question was, is Voltorb better than Pikachu? That is what we're going to find out. That is what the over-under is set at. The over-under is set at Pikachu. Now, of course, this was going to be a difficult run, and I did not know exactly how I wanted to play it. So I watched both Gym Leader Matt and J-Rose. Unfortunately, did not learn anything from J-Rose whatsoever. Although, Gym Leader Matt's video, even though it was 2 years old, was quite relevant. He didn't use the bike yet, so it is what it is. But great strategy. Really like this strategy. I'm only making like 3 changes to his run. I am going to be teaching Rest for the Exploding Hiker, so that way I don't have to just Sonic Boom the entire battle and just win that way. And then I am also going to be getting Eevee with Waterstone, so that way I can train on the trainers in the Pokemon Mansion as well as the gym, possibly the gym. I'm still not certain on the gym, but probably the gym. Honestly, I think I could 1 or 2 shot most of them. But more importantly, I can get the special badge boost. And for a Pokemon that is basically relying on Thunderbolt for pretty much the entire game, having the special badge boost will make or break the run. So that would be very important to have early. And also, I have it written down that I need to be level 45 for Rival 5. With the special badge boost, I think I can probably remove a little bit of the luck that is required to beat Rival 5 and just make it a little bit more consistent. I will still get to 45. The difference is I will just get less resets. In a run where I'm penalized by real-time, resets is going to matter. So I will do the early Blaine. This might cause me to be a lower level in certain places. It might also not be. I might be just transferring training to Fire Pokemon rather than Sylph Pokemon. And then the last change I'm going to be making over Gym Leader Matt's run, I am going to use all of my candies before Rival 6 and not Lorelei. Or not Agatha. He used all of his candies before Agatha. I'm going to use all my candies before Rival 6. The difference is this will cause me to be a lower level for the league, but I don't think the level was super relevant across the entire league. But Rival 6 you can lose quite often because you have to waste a turn on the Alakazam trying to steal Psychic for the Venusaur. So I think the extra, like, just the extra everything by being a higher level is going to make a difference and reduce the amount of resets. Other than that, the run is pretty planned out. I feel pretty confident. I think Gym Leader Matt's route was actually very, very good. I honestly don't think I could have come up with a route that good. I was actually going to use my Magnemite strategy on Uh, his strategy for Giovanni Sylph is actually worse than my strategy, but the reason why it's worse is because it will set up the late game better than my strategy. My strategy for Giovanni is actually Screech, then Tackle, or sorry, not Tackle. Sorry, Screech, then either Takedown or Swift, depending on how much damage they do. So Screech Takedown would have been better for Giovanni. However, his strategy of just use Reflect and pray to the gods of Sonic Boom is perfectly fine. It will work. It's not that bad. It will take more resets, but it is what it is. It will set up the late game significantly better, because having to hold on to both Screech and Swift or Takedown for the rest of the game is actually going to screw up a lot of the Rhyhorn and Rhydon interactions, because in the late game you would prefer Sonic Boom over both Screech and Takedown / Swift. So I will be trading some later, or like some early game hardship for some later game easier. All right, I think that is enough over the moveset and all of that. I think we are pretty much ready to get started. Nobody in chat other than Speed has given me a nickname, so we will have to go with Speed's nickname for this run, which is Aller. I think the nickname is self-explanatory, just not a fan. Oh, I also made the color palette a little bit more towards the sprite and not yellow. So honestly, I probably would have preferred to make it a little bit more yellow, but that's fine. I've been going for a sprite related background theme, so I think this is fine. The early game is gonna suck, but at the bright side, pretty much everybody that I watch decided 17 was the number. So there is no amount of training that no amount of luck involved that will make Brock doable without Sonic Boom. So I'm not particularly worried about changing anything. Even J-Rose found out Sonic Boom just the way to go. So we're not changing anything up to Brock. Now I can't remember how fast a medium fast Pokemon gets to Rival 2 at, but I had a feeling it was closer to 18 than it is 20, and 20 is the number required to beat Rival 2 with at least any amount of consistency. It really doesn't add a lot. It mostly just adds HP and defense, which we actually really need. So we will be battling a handful of trainers here in Mount Moon, and we'll be trying to get ourselves to level 20. All right. Anyways, I think that is enough. We are going to go ahead and get started. Hello, Dominic. Welcome to the stream. Oh, and this Pokemon takes loads and loads of damage. So I think we are going to be taking a lot of potions whenever we can, as well as picking up the Death Ether and the Life Ether. Great. The Bulbasaur started out with a crit. Dominic, what games are on your poll? I'm not following you, so I didn't see the poll. What game did you have in mind? Were they Pokemon games, or what kind of games? Ouch. That was a lot of damage. Unfortunately, this beginning portion of the game will be rough. Having to rely on a Pokemon with like a 30 attack stat is very rough, and you can't even beat the Weedle trainer with a Pokemon with stats this low. I got a crit and it does less damage. I hate that. Okay, well, I can't remember the last time I healed the mom before doing the next thing, but we found ourselves in a situation where we have to heal with the mom before moving on. Okay, I don't remember what level we wanted to be for the trainer with the Weedle. But I think it would be a little bit better if I can get 2 more levels. I'm still faster even with a string shot. Let's see. Omega Ruby, Sapphire, Fleshy Souls, and Pokemon Platinum. I've never heard of the second game. Oops, I missed a screech. That's funny. You chose over. I'm out of the house, so I cannot hop on voice chat. That's all right, John. I think this Pokemon has high potential. I saw a lot of very, very interesting things in the run with Gym Leader Matt. Matt was able to do things that Magnemite wishes it could have done. It's mostly because of one move. Magnemite had to overtrain because Magnemite just couldn't deal with certain Pokemon. Whereas Voltorb has this move called Light Screen. And as you guys may know, everybody but Lance uses special moves in the league. So this move called Light Screen, it does absolute wonders to make the mid to late game significantly easier. Like, ridiculously easier. So I honestly think there's a good chance we'll beat Pikachu on run 1. Not even run 2 when we figure out everything. I think we can beat Pikachu on run 1. But we'll see. I missed 3 screeches. Truly the Mega Punch experience. Reflect, we will be using Reflect as well. But we'll actually be teaching over Reflect multiple times. My plan is to actually buy the TM for Reflect twice. But by the end of the game, we'll have taught over it twice. So, Reflect, great. But Reflect, very teach-overable. If that's a word. The only reason why we're not going to be able to get anywhere near a time that Gym Leader Matt got is because Gym Leader Matt was able to grind all the way to level 17 with the Blackout grinding on the Light Years Junior Trainer, and I can't do that at all. So it's going to be a way, way different time. Even if I played as perfectly as he did, I couldn't produce a time as good as he did. I wonder if I even need to bother using Reflect at this point. It looks like that could have been a 3-shot if I just didn't use, or not Reflect, sorry, Screech. 3-shot. Just so I can get more training in, I still will Screech until Tackle reaches a 2-shot. Oh, I missed Dominic's comment. If Omega Ruby Sapphire wins, I will make it Nuzlocke using only Cast Form. I have never played with a Cast Form except for Pokemon Coliseum. And in Pokemon Coliseum, California really sucked. But Pokemon really overperform or underperform in Coliseum because of the whole double battle thing. Sometimes a Pokemon just really sucks because setting up a turn for like the sun or whatever, it's really bad. But sometimes it's also really good because then your secondary Pokemon will also benefit from it. So it's a really weird Pokemon. I can't believe how many times I've missed Screech. I want to say the Screech's accuracy has been approximately 60. Okay, I got 2 tackles left. How do I beat a Metapod with 2 tackles? Spam a bunch of Screeches. Booyah. I think somewhere around level 15, we can consider changing. Or sorry, we can consider battling the optional trainers in this route. I think we'll know when Screech or when Tackle one-shots the, or sorry, 2-shots the Caterpies when I do the whole Screech Tackle thing and it one-shots them rather than 2-shots them. Yeah, Electric is not the greatest offensive typing. However, the amount of matchup... Oh, I just used 2 Screeches. My bad. The amount of matchups that Electric is super effective against makes up for the amount of matchups that it's not super effective against. Like, for instance, you know, one of the worst typings in the game is Grass. And it's because Grass just doesn't have a lot of good matchups. Like, the Pokemon that Grass is super effective against, there's so many other moves that are equally as powerful as that Grass move that are also super effective against the same typings that Grass is, that it makes Grass more bad than it is good. I have the same opinion with Poison, although I think a lot of people would disagree with my opinion on Poison. I think Poison is also one of those exchange, or like one of those types where it doesn't have enough good matchups to be good. Why not backport Absol? The backports are not up to me. They're actually up to Ike. You could try and schmooze Ike into picking something. We let the backport go to the guest. Like when we did all those, what are they called? Ultra Beasts, I think. That was D1's decision. We didn't make that. Oh, interesting. A Weedle. Imagine if that Weedle had poisoned me. Okay, well, we just Screech tackled that Caterpie to a one-shot. I don't remember if it was a level 5 Caterpie or not. Let's see. Level 4 Caterpie. Level 4 Caterpie is still 2-shot. So I think that means regular non-Screech tackle will still 3-shot. So if I'm gonna 3-shot, I might as well use Screech tackle to save myself tackle PP and less heals. That's kind of the decision making behind my move selection, is if I have to use the same amount of PP, I might as well use the same amount of PP of a Pokemon or of a move that's not super helpful. By the way, my Screeches have been hitting pretty good now, to the point where I'd say it's closer to 85 now. Okay. You gotta hate missing a Screech and a tackle. Luckily, I got that crit. Nice. But that was a level 4. Okay, I can two-shot Caterpie level 3. I'm not entirely sure if I can two-shot Caterpie level 4, but when we get to level 13, I'll try. Yep, training certainly not ideal. Not a big fan. I'm also very much disappointed in training because this training is slow. When you have to use Screech every other battle, or you have to constantly use Screech, it is just painful to train. Just because it's not a bunch of one-shots. When you have to do a whole bunch of one-shot training, like let's say Rhyhorn, it's significantly better. It's just you can do everything twice as fast. And even with all the Screeches, I'm still not one-shotting, or even two-shotting for that matter, with Tackle. So I still have to monitor my PP, and I still have to go heal. Alright, we're level 13. I will try a level 5 Caterpie here. Nope, still 3-shot. But, okay, well that was a high-end range. I could probably knock that out with 14, maybe. Alright, I only got one tackle. Sometimes I'd be disappointed with having a move like Screech preventing me from using Struggle, but in this case, very much love Screech.
How's the run?
Well, we don't know yet. We're still training.
Oh.
We haven't lost to a wild Pokemon, if that's what you're wondering.
Doesn't Voltorb start with Sonic Boom?
Nope. Electro does.
Oh.
Same thing with Magneton. Magnemite does not. In fact, I think Magnemite had to get like level 20 Screech, so it was even worse.
Could you share screens, please?
Oh,
Thank you.
didn't expect anybody to join, but I figured I would join just in case John would, but John said he's busy today.
Well, I can chat here for like 35 minutes.
Still yours?
Gotta prepare for my... Yeah, my stream's in like 35 minutes. I'm just setting up.
So what's this other game like?
The World Tournament, it's basically like a 3-round tournament. You have to fight 3 trainers in a row in single, double, or triple or rotation, but I'm just doing triple or single battles. And the trainers are all gym leaders. So like one tournament is called like Kanto leaders. And to win the tournament, you got to defeat 3 random Kanto leaders in a row.
Oh,
and then I can
I've
move
seen
on to
you
the
do
next
this
tournament.
before. I think you said
I did it once a long time ago.
I think you said all of the ace Pokemon are still the ace Pokemon, so Brock is the easiest because Onix is just terrible in every game.
Yeah. Yeah, all the gym leaders always lead with their ace.
Oh, they
Yeah,
lead
and
with
the eventual
it? Oh,
goal
that makes
is
it
gonna
even
be...
easier.
Yeah. And the eventual goal is to go all the way to the Champions tournament and beat that. That's going to be bad.
I was about to say something to Dominic about Ultra Necrozma, but I just remembered. I think we actually did not Necrozma. It was the poison one.
We did both. Oh, Naganadel? Yeah.
No. I'm the Eternatus.
Nihilego? Eternatus, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking as far as like the strongest Pokemon ever were concerned.
Oh.
Like I think Eternatus was... Yeah, I think it was the strongest Pokemon ever. A Mega Eternatus or whatever.
Oh, the Eternamax Eternatus?
That's it. Yeah, we played
One
that.
with like over 1,000 base stats.
Yeah, we played that, and it
We
still
actually,
wasn't better than
we
most Pokemon because its
actually
starting
we
moveset
did.
wasn't good.
I don't think we played with that one specifically. We played with the regular one, the regular Eternatus. We never did the Eternamax one.
Oh, I forgot that. I'm pretty sure we did do Necrozma, and that one I want to say is like 7th on my leaderboard.
I
I mean,
yeah,
I remember the image.
I think we did Ultra. I think we did the Ultra Necrozma, the golden one, engulfed in light.
Yeah, it's gold. I can remember it. It looks very yellow and white.
I think it's second or third place for me right now. I think the only ones ahead of it are Lunala and Kyogre.
I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of Pokemon over it, but that's just because of overworlding. If a Pokemon that's supposed to get a reset, maybe 2 resets, gets no resets, then overworlding can beat a Pokemon that gets 1 reset. I totally realized halfway in between this training that if my strategy was to use Screech tackle until I could 2-shot the level 3, 4, and 5 Caterpies. But now I just realized, well, if I'm gonna use tackle, I might as well use Screech tackle so I get to keep more tackles.
There you go.
So it sucks that even in the higher levels, my strategy still revolves around using Screech on wild Pokemon. Even with 2 string shots, I'm still faster. I think this training might actually, despite being a lot lower level than Magnemite, might be around the same amount of training as Magnemite, even though Magnemite had to go to level 20. Because Magnemite had Thunder Shock, so it was one-shotting everything. No, Demon Lord. In Gen 2, we did Jang Mo-O, the unevolved form, because we were doing a kick at that at some point. I don't remember where Solgaleo was. When you do like 70 runs, it's crazy how often like 5 seconds will make or break a Pokemon's place on the leaderboard.
Right.
1 minute, or I think 2 minutes, is the difference between like 20th and like 50th place. 2 minutes. I have 1 tackle, so I'm gonna get this thing to -6 and see how it goes. Missing Screech. I'm not looking forward to doing this a second time.
Who says you have to?
I'm not sure I've ever played a Pokemon that got to 20 minutes for level 15. Oh, I still don't 2-shot. Ironic. Completely ironic. I used 2 Screeches, got 2 crits. Unbelievable. Oh my god. It's such a slap in the face when you go Screech and then you use Tackle and Tackle crits. It happened both Pokemon. Dominic, we won't get an electric move until we manually get Thunderbolt from Surge. Why am I drawing a blank? Is it 409 for Light Years Junior?
It's 409.
Okay. For some reason,
Yeah, you told me this a lot.
My brain instantly thought 309, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Maybe in yellow version. I don't know. I don't know what the number is in yellow.
You know, Dominic, sometimes we wish that using self-destruct wasn't an instant loss, but unfortunately it is.
Can you imagine if we made some sort of loophole with it, like we can only use it on like the very last
victory.
Pokemon? Yeah, if it results in victory, we're allowed to use self-destruct.
I love how it's a universal rule. Like everybody, like even the guys that are not like super popular,
like us.
No, we're a tier above some of these guys. There's a Retro Brown. Even he agrees that self-destruct is not strategic. Like it results in a loss. Everybody can all agree that double team's not fun, and self-destruct doesn't count. All right, level 6 Metapod. Come on. 5. Isn't that the literal worst Pokemon I could have seen? 410. Okay. I don't know how many it's going to take, but I'm going to save here because I could still lose. Oops. I missed, of course. I got a crit because apparently Screech just doesn't count. Perfect. I don't know if we can beat Brock without healing, so I just made sure to use a potion anyways. Okay, of course we're going to win without healing. That was a wasted potion. I'll know for next time. "24-minute Brock." That is like Tangela levels bad. Oh wait, no, Tangela had an okay Brock because of the whole wrap lock thing. I did not need to buy that many Pokeballs. I have Sonic Boom.
You never know about that Paris.
I'm trying to think, what are the best trainers to battle in all of Mount Moon? Obviously, there's the Geodude guy, and then there's the electric Pokemon guy. Do any of the optional rockets have 3 Pokemon?
I think the HP up rocket might have 3. I think he has Rattata, Sandshrew, and Zubat.
I could grab an HP up while I'm there, too.
Will you use it?
Good question.
Use it or sell it. You never know if you need that calcium.
Why did I not use the antidote? That was stupid.
You don't need those.
Uh-oh. I missed. If I didn't miss. Oh. I might have been able to take an attack from that Spearow. I didn't miss. So that guy's got 2 Pokemon. We're not healing in here, so gotta leave. If I had Thunder Shock, I could have knocked you out. Out of curiosity, how much does Tackle? Oh god, not even half. Okay. Hello, Paris. 63%. Come on. I mostly just use the HP up because of Rival 2. Am I really going to use all my potions before exiting this cave? That's nuts. Okay. Gotta love getting a crit, so now you don't even know if Screech technically helped or not. Okay, so we needed to be level 20 by the time we get out of the cave. We're already 19 3/4, so we'll be 20 for sure. I really only need one of the 2 optional trainers, but I'm still gonna go ahead and battle. I don't think anybody on this guy's team has got 40 HP.
No. No, none of them do. I'm pretty sure the very first trainer with 40 HP is the Fossil Nerd. Actually, I don't know about the Raticate. I would not fight him. Actually, maybe
no.
with Sonic Boom, he won't be that bad.
No, it's not worth it. It's just one Pokemon. It's
But
worth it
fully
if you can.
evolved.
It's worth it if you can one-shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't try it.
Plus,
I don't know.
only
It's a
have
bad
6
run.
Sonic
Maybe you should
Booms
try.
left. And I got 5 Pokemon going forward, so.
Oh. I don't think that's... Did you get the Ether at least?
No, because that would require another rocket.
Oh.
I'll just use Screech Tackle on some of them.
Okay.
Not Zubat. Zubat's a dick.
Have you not recovered from Bulbasaur?
Never. All right, so this one's
Never.
got 43 HP, so we'll go Screech. Okay, so that one had 43, by the way. That was a lot. Oh, I missed one. Oh my god, it got a crit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, well, next time I know. Do full HP for that battle. 1 HP from 1 XP from 21.
Oh, that's the worst.
1.
Use a candy. Dude, go fight a Spearow.
Nope. Is
Nope.
what it is.
Dude, no. No, you gotta be a fresh level.
If it were 20, I would.
Do you like my nickname, Baller?
Funny. It
Funny
reminds me
because
of
it's
the
a
TV.
ball and it's not a fighting type.
It actually makes me think of the TV show more. There's a TV show called Ballers. You wouldn't like it. It's all about... You ever watch the movie Jerry Maguire?
No.
I wouldn't think you had. Jerry Maguire is a movie where this have you ever heard of an agent?
Like an FBI agent?
No, like an athlete agent or just somebody that
Oh,
handles
like,
matters on for you.
Yeah, okay, like an actor has like an agent,
Yes.
like get some gigs.
That's
Okay, I get it now.
exactly the situation. All right. Anyways, movie Baller, the movie Jerry Maguire is basically about an agent who has one client, but he's a very important athlete. And this important athlete was like, well, I'm considering changing agents to the best agent, or the most popular agent. And essentially the whole movie is him convincing him convincing the guy to stick with him and not go to this other agent. And the movie Baller is basically the same, or the TV show Ballers is basically the same thing, but with more people to be agents of. Essentially, the pitch for the guy is that if you have one client, you will be able to do your very best for the one client. Whereas if you have 100 clients, you're going to be stretched thin and not going to be able to give the absolute best effort. Oh my God. Okay, next run we're buying antidotes. I just
hear it?
I just missed 6 tackles. Now I have to go heal after one Pokemon or one trainer. 6 tackles. I only got hit by 1 Saint attack.
Did I hear you correct? You're going to buy antidotes?
And ironically, my saying is usually buy antidotes for slow Pokemon.
I mean, slow as in this Pokemon is going to take forever to beat the game.
I'm also really, really annoyed at how often Screech misses. It really does feel like Mega Punch. 85, it really has felt like 85.
It is Mega Punch.
I know, but I'm pointing out that it really does feel exactly like Mega Punch. At this point, I'm gonna use as many Sonic Booms as I can, because I have to go back and heal so often that I might as well just use it, because I'm not gonna go through all the Sonic Booms.
Makes sense.
This is one of the problems that Electrode just didn't have to face. Oh my God. See, I'm like, I'm not going to use Sonic Boom. I'm going to use Screech Tackle. And I missed a Screech. Of course I missed a Screech. Oh, that was my last potion. Ouch. I missed 2 Sonic Booms. 3 Sonic Booms. I can't beat the last trainer while poisoned. This is ridiculous. I can't remember the last time I had such bad nugget bridging. 3 heals. That's crazy. All right, so I'm going to buy 3 antidotes and 4 potions. I think we'll make up for all of the hardships.
Did you also get PC potion?
Yes. I already used all 6 free potions. If you're thinking, but there's only 5 free potions, I grabbed the one in Mount Moon too.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I used to grab that in my runs, like all the time. Like it would just be one of my go-tos, but I quit doing that a long time ago.
Well, I do it for Pokemon that I think need all the potions. It's not really out of the way for a Pokemon that like seconds are just not going to matter.
Oh yeah.
In this run, if I'm 30 seconds higher or 30 seconds lower, it just does not matter. Oh. Guess I didn't do enough training? Oh no, I did too much training. Okay. That's fine. Glad I got that X defend. I almost think it's required. If Misty uses 2 bubble beams, you really need an X defend in there somewhere. Alright, the reason why we picked the Death Ether is mostly because of the trainer with the 3 Pidgeys.
Oh yeah. Don't you hate how her Pidgeys have 41 HP, so they take 3 Sonic Booms?
Yep, and Screech Tackle's gonna do the same amount of hits, but less accuracy.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
If this Pokemon had like a Chansey level attacks or HP stat, I would consider Bide.
Oh yeah.
Actually, not even Chansey level, like Lapras level. I forget. We did a Pokemon recently that actually had a whole bunch of HP. I think it was Rhyhorn. Had like a shitload of HP.
I know Rhydon has a lot of HP.
Wow, I only got hit by 1 Sand attack. That's crazy. $41? Come on. Okay, that may not have been optimal, but that's alright. Alright. Close your eyes. Were they shielded? We did something that was
Did I just see you buy something?
Nope. You certainly did
Oh,
not.
I don't know. I re-minimized my Discord and I just saw you selling items.
Let's keep it that way.
Oh, wait, your bag is on the right side. Let's see. Max Super, Full Restore, Helix Fossil. Oh, come on, put it back. What's the drink of the day?
The same. It's the Diet Dr. Peep or Pete.
What is this? Do you have 2 antidotes?
Oh.
Answer the question. I can't believe you'd have those redded out, because obviously they're the best item in the game. You know what should be funny? You should have MVF put in your overlay. If you have an ether and it's specifically from Cerulean, then it has to show as red, otherwise show as black. But it has to be that specific ether. I don't know how, but he's got to figure out a way.
Okay, maybe the life ether wasn't actually super helpful here.
Was the death ether more useful?
Well, no, I didn't need both. Oh my god, I've missed 2 or maybe even 3 Sonic Booms in this rival battle. This is pissing me off. Oh my god, I've definitely missed 3 now. Oh my god, the Leech Seed. The Leech Seed caused it to take 4 Sonic Booms. Okay, I was wrong. The life ether matters. I'm at 1 Sonic Boom left. Glad I picked it up now. Of course, I'm just a tiny bit away from damage rounding, but there's no damage to be rounding. I'm doing 20. 20 rounded to 20 is 20. Ah. Because of the whole buying items thing, my bag space is like all flummoxed. This is one of those runs where it would be really, really difficult for like a Zealous Pawn to just go through all of his techniques. Because this is a run where you just have just an unpredictable amount of items. Holy crap. Critical Thunderbolt followed by Mist Sonic Boom. That's not cool. God, this one sucks. I'm 41 minutes after beating Surge. I don't think there's any reason to use Tackle, or not Tackle, Screech anymore. Where's the repels? Oh my god, I never bought them. We're going to use a lot of unnecessary Thunderbolts. (21 HP. How dare you? All of these Thunderbolts have put it into like so close for Sonic Boom range, but just not there. All right, well, we got 3 of our final moves. We're going to be keeping Thunderbolt, Sonic Boom, and Light Screen all the way to the very end of the game.
Did you just say light screen?
Yes. Light Screen is the key move in this game. Why this Pokemon is significantly better than Magnemite. Like, significantly better. Light Screen is the key.
Really? Way better than Reflect?
Yes. The key.
Wow.
Well,
The
I
key.
am using Reflect. You see that? You see that third move? That move is going to be swapped out like 3 times.
Makes sense to me. All right, I just finished the thumbnail.
I can't believe I already used Rest. I'm glad I taught it early. All right, and this is one of the differences on the Gym Leader Mat run. We've got Rest. So this battle, instead of having a bunch of resets, will just be slightly difficult and not super difficult. Now, of course, it explodes right now. Oh my god. Okay. Question is, can we live this from full HP? Critical hit. Okay. Well, that's cruel. I had the right strategy. It just didn't matter. Don't you hate that when you over prepare and the opponent's like, you know, I see your preparedness and I raise you a crit.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I got to reset so my repel wore off. That's okay. Uh-oh. Okay. I think we got enough HP to battle the fire Pokemon girl. Oh, actually, it's a guy. My bad.
I mean, the guy has a beard.
He's got more hair on his face than he does on his head. No, I forgot to do the Zealous Pond. Not a shortcut.
Go through the grass.
The Zealous Pond alternative route.
Yeah, I need to start doing that because I actually had no idea it was possible to go through there without going in the grass. I thought you were forced to go through grass.
Yeah, agreed. I didn't know. I think it's slightly slower, but so much better. Like, just as far as just like, I feel better about it. I don't have to accidentally walk into one of the worst trainers in the game. Like, if it was possible to just go up and around the whole entire area, I'd do it. Anybody's wondering why I'm doing this? I'm getting this and this. Dang it, why do I always do that? Aha. If you wonder why I didn't go left there, that's because that's a moonstone. Alright, we got full restore, max potion, super potion, nuggets, HP up, TMO2, TMO7. Buy the 8 super repels. Get counter. Buy 2 Pokedolls and a water stone. Just because I almost forgot. We'll do this now. Buy 2 reflects. Buy 1 of each. And then 1 more. All right. 49, 48, 13, 18. Buy 4 calciums. I know it's against my code to buy more than 3 because that means you won't be able to take one in the late game. But this is one of those Pokemon that has no offense other than special. So it's like, well, 1 extra calcium will make a difference. Even if it means I can't take the other calcium. The early game calcium may be the difference between like 4-shotting something and 3-shotting something that I really need to knock out.
All right, I'm gonna go start my stream. Have fun with Voltorb.
All right. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, Waterstone. All right, I got 13 Thunderbolts, so we'll be good. I forgot to pick up Swift, but that's okay. We don't need it until Sylph anyways. We'll go do it after we're done with Sylph. Oh, wow. That crit mattered. Very quiet in chat today. It's only Dominic. Dominic hasn't been around in a little while. All right, I think this should 2-shot, but hopefully it 1-shots. Okay, well, I'll take a crit. I don't care about the HP up, but you know what? It's fine. So be it. We'll take it. In a run, we're 10 seconds just does not matter. I'll take it. I'm glad I don't have to face Marowak. That would actually be kind of hard. All right, I don't have any healing items, so hopefully the top of this rocket section doesn't go too terribly bad. I will save instead in front of the second rocket because for some reason, if I get hit by hypnosis, I'm doomed. I don't know why I said for some reason. Obviously, I'm doomed. No hypnosis. We're good. Okay, so we do have to do some training to get to level 45. So I'll try to do my best at picking the best trainers to battle, and the trainers on Cycling Road are usually pretty good to battle, especially when you think you can knock them out in one hit. And I think I can knock out the fighting Pokemon in one hit. We don't need that for quite some time. Oops. Hard part is remembering which trainers have the fighting Pokemon. Right. Yep, I knew you would. Oh, that's a 2-shot? Oh. That's actually very unfortunate. You? Okay. What a Primeape? Prime's the 2-shot. Okay. I don't think there's very much that they can do to me, though. So, I mean, I guess it's not that bad. The poison types can poison me, and that's just not going to happen. Not going to work out for me. Until the very last one. Skip that guy. We want to battle this guy. This guy's got 2 evolved Pokemon. Alright, we're going to battle this guy. Depending on how much HP we'll have left, or PP we'll have left, we'll battle the next guy on the left. Oh, wow, Swift. That means I didn't even need to pick it up. Okay, well, we're poisoned, so we're not battling the left guy. We're also level 36, so we're high enough level to make it through Safari Zone with the dead Pokemon. Not too many people get to go through Safari Zone with a Spearow now, do they? Great, Repel. Don't need Carbos. All right. Now, I'm not entirely... Nobody really went over this area very much, so I'm not entirely certain if I can actually stand up to these Pokemon in this gym. Okay, 2 shots is good with me. Probably a 3-shot for the Kadabra. I'm good with that too. We cannot beat any of the Pokemon or any of the trainers that have a Sand Slash. Those are ground types. We have Thunderbolt. Those don't mesh. Oh, I still have the antidotes on me. I could have used one. Oh, well. Oh, actually, hold on. Those were going to take up a bag space, and I was going to forget about it till the very, very end of the game. Best to get rid of them now before run into the whole problem of not having items in the bag and then frantically having to be like, oh no, what do I get rid of? And then I just don't see the antidote. I'll thank you for using poison gas a whole bunch of times. That's what this max potion is for. As long as I don't get poisoned. Alright, 17 Thunderbolt should be perfectly good enough to beat. Okay, actually, I thought that would one-shot, honestly. I didn't even realize it would be that close. Okay, that was a crit. Maybe that'll go better if it doesn't crit, but oh my. We're not teaching Reflect. Oh, and I've been hit by poison, or, yeah, this is bad. Here's the thing. I do have to win, but I might have to buy a third Reflect and consider this for the next run. Good thing I still picked up that Swift TM. Oh, you know, I could do self-training first. But I was hoping to skip all self-training until figuring out what 45 was, but no, I think we have to do self-training. We'll know for next run. Unfortunately, this also means that our time is not doing too good after taking all those resets. It also means I need to really think about what training I need. Oh my god, low kick did so much damage there. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to immediately head to the 9th floor then. Plant oh my god, we don't have the card key yet. Of course, of course. Normally I don't have to go heal and I do the whole card key thing first and then I just don't have to worry about that. Oh my god, I got put to sleep. I'm just gonna have to take a blackout here, which is really, really unfortunate. I hope this guy knows that he's the new champion. Didn't save. Oh my god, no way. Please knock me out. Freaking disable's gonna make this take forever. What a terribly, horribly long blackout. Okay, now we'll head to the 5th floor. Yeah, we will definitely change this mid-game. This mid-game routing. I personally think that Reflect might just be the answer instead of self-training, but I am not willing to take that risk. When I know the self-training will work. Hypnosis, though. Oof. Real problem. Now, I'm trying to think of what trainers I want to do. Because I don't want to do all... Maybe I could just do the greatest hits and then leave. The most experienced rich trainers. So, the 2nd floor. Not this guy, but the guy in the bottom left. This guy's fine. His training's not good, per se, because of the whole 3 Zubat thing, but he does have 2 fully evolved Pokemon. And even though Zubats aren't a lot of XP, they are still XP, and they're not, like, slow. Alright, there's the 3rd floor trainer. That kind of blocks the way. Oh, poison. Darn it. Now the question is, can I beat the third floor trainer without being poisoned to death? Because that trainer does have a Hypno, and I'm not entirely certain if I can win. We'll save just in case. Focus energy. Okay, I'm allowed to die in the overworld, so we're good. Unless I get into a battle, which I won't. All right, nothing on the 4th floor, nothing on the 5th floor. No, I take that back. There is something on the 5th floor. This guy. Nice crit. I don't think there's anything on the 6th floor. I want to say there's one experience rich trainer on the 7th floor. This guy. Also take the calcium while I'm here. All right, so that's it for experience rich trainers. We'll now go do Koga. Although it would have been preferable if I got into 43. If this is still too hard, I will just buy the 3rd reflect and count my chickens. Ouch. Ouch. Crit would have been pretty nice. At any point in this battle, a crit probably would mean the difference between winning and losing. But we just pretty much just need to not get hit by self-destruct. Or, sorry, not self-destruct. Pretty much just don't need to get hit by smokescreen, and that should be fine. All right, now that that is taken care of. Oops. All right, we have not defeated Erica, so we're going to need to remember to get this rare candy later. Yeah, not the greatest bagging there, but it is what it is. So I keep getting told this psych guy is such great training. He's got 3,700 XP. I'm going to compare him to the next guy who's also good training. But he's only got 2 Pokemon. So let's see. Let's compare this to 3,700. Oh, where are you? This guy. No, I don't think it's this guy. It is not this guy. Oh, well. Maybe it was this guy? Nope, not this guy either. I just lost track of him. Interesting. Interestingly enough, we can actually take the calcium still, which is something that I literally just told you guys we couldn't do because of the whole buying 4 thing. But calcium is the least used stat as far as like stat XP is concerned. So it makes sense that that would be the one stat you can actually get a vitamin for in the late game. Okay, we're not going to do the trainers in Koga's gym. It's just not good enough. Apparently that guy was also probably not good enough. I need to get to 45 for Rival 5, and so Blaine himself just would have been good enough. Would have been good enough. All right. We got 40, or sorry, 18 items. Oh, we might want to ditch Swift on the bag items soon. We never even used it. We did the self-trading, but we just didn't use it. In fact, early reflect would have just been perfect. I could have used it for Koga on specifically. Well, I need to get past the coughing as quick as possible because of the whole, smoke screen thing. But I could have used it on Muck. It basically saves you a turn because if you get attacked, you were going to get attacked anyways. Now with the special boost, I think we will be pretty solid for this battle. And we can go directly to the third floor because we already battled the experienced guy. Actually, hold on. Oh, there was one more experienced rich guy. The guy with the electrode and wheezing, but I don't like him because he is self-destructing Pokemon. All right, we set up the light screen. The light screen's for Alakazam because it's a... Well, I thought it was supposed to be a 3-shot, but I guess thanks to the badge boost, it's a 2-shot. Okay, and due to the poison, instead of using the hyper potion, we will just go heal. Another benefit of doing the training is you have access to the heal pad. I still think we're in good shape for the level, or for the over under 26. I may want to consider having reflect because of this battle too. Yeah, and it was a critical hit Bone Club. I'm trying to think if there's another spot that So I have it written down. Reflect for Giovanni Sylph. Okay, so we can teach early reflect then. Shouldn't matter. Focus energy, growl, perfect. We actually need to go get our sonic booms back. So like I said, my other strat with the whole Screech Swift or Screech takedown would have been better for Giovanni here. But this strategy is better for the late game as far as moveset is concerned. I know this Rhyhorn doesn't look that bad, but oh my god, I just missed 3 sonic booms. Oof. The Nidoqueen has got so much HP, and the Nidoqueen can poison and paralyze you, and Body Slam is just... Imagine if I got like early poisoned there, that would have sucked. Or if I got early paralyzed, that would have sucked. It still sucked because I could have won easier if I just didn't get those misses. Okay, I was just testing the badge boost if I got a badge boost off of light screen, and I did not. So if we don't get hit by a Leer, this probably makes Nidoqueen significantly easier. And I got a miss. Oh god, and another miss. Okay, yep. It's not too bad. Due to being level 48 now, I'm curious if I probably should have just did Erica first, just to be like one level higher. Erica's not going to be hard. She's just going to be annoying because I'm going to be put to sleep. I have to knock out her grass Pokemon with an electric move. Not ideal. I'll also use one light screen on the Tangela. Light screen won't do anything on the Victory Bell because of the whole automatic crits thing. Oh no. Okay. But oops. Vileplume has Petal Dance, and Petal Dance does not automatically crit, so light screen will make a difference there. Probably. Okay, well, it was a... Oh, okay. I think it made... it looks like it helps. This was probably the absolute worst case scenario. All right, now I gotta go beat Sabrina. Once again, light screen, but we're gonna use light screen on the Mr. Mime because it's the easiest one to set up on. This was one of the interesting things that J-Rose had a real difficult problem with. And same thing with Retro Brown. They had a real problem with Sabrina, but I think light screen just makes this trivial. Well, not trivial, because the Alakazam could still get crits, but if the Alakazam doesn't get crits, then perfectly fine. See, that was a crit. That non-crit, though, only did like 30 damage. So this battle is also kind of made worse by the whole reflex Sonic Boom thing, but once again, it's not really a big deal. Okay, well, I just missed Sonic Boom twice. That's annoying. Missed Sonic Boom 3 times. So this trainer started with the next attack, and then I missed 3 Sonic Booms. That was literally worst case scenario. That literally could not have gone worse. Oh, and also the Rhyhorn got a crit after I set up the Reflect. It did this time too. I didn't save there just because this guy was going to be hard. He's not going to be. I saved there because I didn't want to battle the Rhyhorn trainer again if something happened. And nothing happens. We're good. All right. Oh, hold on. All right. So this is one of those situations where why we bought multiple copies of Reflect. So we hold on to Reflect for that battle with the Rhyhorn. After the Rhyhorn trainer, we get rid of the Reflect for Mimic. Because we beat Giovanni here using his own dig. Okay, well, we just got hit by a lot of tail whips. Would not shock me if we get absolutely curb stomped by Giovanni now. Well, he didn't use X defense. That's good. Yep, this is why getting hit with the tail whips not great. Really, all I have to do is be able to beat that Nidoking, and then we're home free. Ironically, the tail whips do not help me because of my whole XP situation right here. All right, Giovanni can always cheat. He can use an X, the X item while I'm underground. That's oh my god, you're right. I never turned the phone version on. That's hilarious. I guess I'll have to straight up delete that video. That's now 2 streams in a row. I forgot to turn on the vertical. Regardless, oh my god, we're 152 away from level up. That's just unacceptable. There we go. The reason why I had to level up there is I'm rare candying before Rival 6. Gym leader Matt had... Oh, hold on. Had used his candies... Whoops. Had used his candies at Agatha. I think the Elite Four doesn't it doesn't particularly matter how hard the Elite Four is. None of them get easier or harder. So it's best to just have the rare candies early, because if there really is no reason to keep the rare candies to the end, like, you know, sometimes you keep candies in order to outspeed a battle. Sometimes you keep candies to make sure you're a high enough level to learn a move. Sometimes you keep candies to use use yourself so you don't badge boost. This is not one of those runs. Really, what you get, or like what you see, is what you get here in the late game. Your Agatha's not going to be easier by using late candies. Lance is not going to be easier by using late candies. The champion's not going to be easier by using late candies. So early candies, not a big deal. So if making this battle, which is difficult, easier by using candies, might as well. Did I not save? Uh-oh. I hope I saved. I got hit by so many badge boosts there. All right, now we use light screen for the Alakazam. Now we use Mimic to mimic Psychic. Nice, fully paralyzed. Perfect. Could not have gone better. Looks like 1 wild Pokemon is needed. I will also grab the candy in Victory Road, because once again, like I said, this is a run where 30 seconds is not going to make or break the run. But 1 level could. Not like how I mentioned, like the late game isn't determined by 1 level, but the damage rounding could get a benefit from 1 level. I could definitely hit the under. Nobody in the league is particularly extraordinarily hard. Okay, I forgot wild Pokemon could be... Okay, you know what? We'll battle Mr. Mime Guy to get our XP. Mr. Mime Guy has no attacking moves except for Double Slap. As you can see, level 63 would give me a damage rounding threshold. And seeing as I'm such a high level, each Elite Four member will not level me up 1 whole time. So, what's more than likely, if I hold on to this candy to the very end, I will be 3/4 of a way to a level up for the champion. If I'm going to be 3/4 of the way to a level up for the champion, I might as well just use the candy early to at least get the benefit of the candy for Agatha. Right now, my resets and time are kind of where I expected them to be. Crap. Okay, well, I guess we will not be level 63. Drink of the day is Diet Dr. Pete, as I have mentioned speed earlier. There really is nothing hard about this battle, but I learned from Retro Brown that that battle with Jinx, you could technically get frozen twice. If you don't use your candies early like I did, you can get frozen in that battle twice because the Jinx is a 3-shot. So technically, by the early candies that I did for Rival 6, we now only have a chance to get frozen one time instead of 3 or 2. Perfect. That could have crit. That would have been interesting. All right, so this battle with Agatha, it's just spam Thunderbolt and pray. Retro Brown, he did the whole copy hypnosis thing. I can tell you from the past that the whole copy hypnosis thing only works if you 5-shot these ghosts. Even if you... The real debatable thing is if you 4-shot the ghosts. Sometimes the hypnosis is better. Sometimes it's better just to use it. Because the whole missing thing is just... It's ridiculous. All right, now let's go ahead and teach Reflect over Sonic Boom. I don't have Dig. Dig was Mimic, game dev. Oh crap, I forgot to use Reflect. And it didn't matter because the opponent got a crit anyways. Okay, well that one was just a little unlucky with the whole crit thing. Crit Hyper Beam. Technically, pretty much the strongest move in the game. Interesting. Never mind. Oh my god, another crit. Okay. Reflect. Oh my god, this... Okay, we need to move at the very beginning of this battle. Just move a little bit. This Dragonair is destined to get a crit. Thank god this Dragonite missed with Slam. Don't tell Speed. Okay, well, we got 1 minute for the champion. Fingers crossed. All right, so set up light screen. Knock out Pidgeot. Mimic. Psychic. Hope not. Oh my god, I got a special drop. That's really, really unfortunate. I got a crit, but that crit just doesn't matter. The whole psychic thing, or the whole special drop thing ruins everything. Now I probably need a 3-shot. Oh, I just used the wrong move. Oh, thank god it missed. Mega Drain. Okay, thanks to poor move choices by the champion, we hit the under. We are officially better than Pikachu by 1 minute. Now, we can fix the mid-game quite a bit. So I think we can probably knock off a whole nother minute on the second run. Just in case anybody was wondering, this playtime right here actually is not the one I use on the leaderboard. I always pause the timer, or like when I go with the leaderboard, I always pull up the video, I pull up the footage, I go directly to the part where it says you've beaten so and so, you've beaten the champion. It's exactly what Scott does, but his does it automatically. I have to do it manually. But so this time is usually right or wrong by half a minute. But regardless, that was just something to point out. All right, I'm gonna hit the restroom. If anybody wants to think of anything differently, I will leave it on this page. I can't imagine anybody will figure out anything differently. But you are more than welcome to try and look for something to do differently. I think Gym Leader Matt planned it out pretty well, and my few improvements did make a difference. Not by a whole lot because of unbelievable amounts of crits and Sonic Boom misses. But I digress. It's not a big deal. We'll move on. I'm going to hit the restroom. All right, let's go ahead and consider our run two. Before we start, make sure somebody types a nickname. Apparently, Angel has now taken a nap, and I don't know how that's gonna work, considering game night is in an hour and a half. But I think even Speed probably won't be able to make it to game night, considering he's now streaming, and I highly doubt his stream's gonna end in 1 hour. So there's more than a high likelihood game night is just gonna be me and Angel playing squares on the new Jackbox party pack with the polls. Unless somebody wants to join. I am always good to give out my Jackbox group. I only have one rule. You need to be able to join voice chat while playing. All right. Well, I don't think anybody came up with the strategy. Nobody's come up with a nickname. Hunt Over was voted by 80% of people, and you were all wrong. Mostly thanks to the Venusaur's choice to use Solar Beam instead of Razor Leaf. But you know, sometimes the rival makes stupid choices. I'm going to knock off a minute off the over-under because I think it's possible to get 11:24 something. That Koga battle, I think I need to do the training in Sylph earlier. It will also mean that the training in Koga's gym will be slightly easier as well. Someone immediately voted over. So I guess you're just going to assume that my training earlier and no resets on Koga is just not going to save a minute? Or do you assume I'm just going to have worse luck? I think that's funny. All right. Fast. Oh, and also the training for Brock. I didn't want to mention it in the first run, but it was like a 24-minute Brock. And here's the thing. That training had to have been like the top end training. I battled an unbelievable amount of metapods and Kakunas. Like, like the chance of facing level a metapod or Kakuna, I think is like 66%. Sorry, is like a 33%. I had to flip flop. I'm pretty sure I was battling metapods and Kakunas 50% of the time. And that's absolutely nuts, considering I trained all the way to 17. So, you know, more sample size usually means closer to the middle. So, but oh boy, that 50%, it stayed. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Nobody has picked a nickname, so I will pick something not so clever because my nicknames are always the worst. Hey, Boss KO. It'll probably be better than Baller, though. Oh, I thought of the perfect nickname. Look! It's the Pokemon personified in letter form. The Pokemon is shaped like an O. I mostly just did that because I wanted to have less text on the screen. We have so much training in the early game where less text might matter. But the Pokemon's ball-shaped, and now its name is ball-shaped. Why is it that every single wild Pidgey that I've come across in both runs has managed to get a August crit? Every time. And then I got a miss. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose. I need a crit. I got the crit, didn't matter. Okay, run over. We're starting over. Oh, I can't believe that. All right, hold on. It's really hot. There we go. I turned my heater down way lower. That's such a long nickname, Game Dev. Do you want me to do worse? Oh, you're the one who voted over, aren't you? All right. So I need to buy 3 antidotes and 5 potions. Okay, well, starting off with 2 growls, not ideal. 3 growls, even worse. Thank God I got that crit. 2 crits. Okay, we'll take that. Look at this guy. He's in the wrong spot. He never walks down twice. That's crazy. Hey, look, that Pidgey didn't get a crit. That's a first. Hey, look, I'm 1 XP away from level up. That's annoying. Oh my god. Imagine if I still had the bonk counter, how many bonks that would have been. It would have been like 50 bonks. Too bad bonks are so PC intensive. I have a new PC though. I'm curious if I can get more bonks now, or if I could add it technically now. Okay, so we have to get ourselves to level. You know what? We'll just restart the run. I'm gonna go for it immediately. I hate training on wild Pokemon and then walking back to the further Pokemon Center. Well, at least we'll make it to level 6. Oh god, that's so low. I was like, I'm gonna use 3. That was gonna make the difference. All right, well. We're not even gonna save. We're just gonna go for it. All right, 11 defense, 5 defense, 3 defense. Oh, and poison, but we can make it. It costs 13 HP. So we should go down to 8 by the time we get to the Pokemon Center. 8 or 12, or 8 or 9. Oh, it's 7. Okay, so from 21 down to 7. That's 14. Okay, so it's 14 damage in poison. Unless the encounter changed the step count. Oh well. I'm not going to bother with that. That's probably doesn't matter. All right, so we now have the strategy that we figured out a long time ago. Screech. But I'm going to test out a new strategy. Screech, Screech. Can I one-shot with Screech, Screech? Okay, well, that was a crit. Now we're not going to know. So I need to save my tackles is what I'm trying to do. And in order to save tackles, I need to figure out the right combination of moves. And here's the thing. If I use Screech, Tackle, Tackle, it's 3 moves. If I use Screech, Screech, Tackle, it's 3 moves, but the 1 move is Tackle. Therefore, I will have more Tackle PP. Therefore, I will need to heal less. So Screech, Screech. But this is level 3 Caterpie, so. But on the bright side, it works. Question right now is, will it work on a level 5 Caterpie? Okay, well, I have just realized a flaw in this Screech, Screech, Tackle strategy. Tackle's got 35 PP. Screech has got 40 PP. I will end up using too many Screeches. So, and because of the Metapods having to use 3 Screeches at the very beginning, I think what I'm going to just do is, I'm just going to look at my PP and adjust accordingly. I think maybe instead of there being a right set of moves to use, I think there is a, the right way is actually to just try and get both of them to 0 at the same time. All right, level 4. Yep, I can knock out a level 4 in 1 hit. Plus, if I can then get to use Struggle, that helps too. All right, let's try this Screech, Screech strat. Okay, that was a crit. Unfortunate. All right. So, Tackle, Tackle. All right, Screech, Screech, Screech. Although it is level 4, but can't be too hasty. All right, with the amount of HP I have left over, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to even use 1 struggle. Okay, well, that was the struggle. I don't have enough HP to battle anything else. With 7 HP, that means I need to be able to essentially battle a Pokemon with 13 HP. And that's not possible. Okay. Well, that was a crit. Okay. Let's try this. Screech. Screech. Tackle. Dang it, I got another crit. All right, so I think I might change my method. I might go triple Screech for level 5 and level 6 Metapods for now. What's the level goal? 17. We get Sonic Boom at 17. There is no reason to do it early at all. J-Rose already did the testing for me. I don't need to bother trying whatsoever. Unfortunately, because this Pokemon uses so much PP per wild encounter, it takes 24 minutes to beat Brock. 24 minutes. So yeah, it's we're gonna be here for another 17 minutes training. Boy, I wish I had a high attack stat with lots and lots of PP like Rhyhorn did. All right, come on. Okay, so Screech Tackle does in fact work for level 5 Caterpies. So the goal in the wild Pokemon training is to get both my Screeches and my Tackles to 0 at the same time, so that way I can use Struggle. Okay, I missed 2 Screeches. That's really unfortunate. Struggle's just like having extra PP available to me. It also means that I can use as few Tackles as humanly possible. If I can knock out a Pokemon with as few Tackles as possible, it means I can knock out more wild Pokemon. God, why must I miss 2 Screeches? That's just the worst. It sucks that both my moves are not 100% accurate. Okay, I need to start doing 1 Screech Tackles now. Unless they're Metapods. Interesting. I'll probably be able to 1 Screech the level 3 Caterpies now. And one-shot them. Okay, level 4. That's going to be interesting. I will probably have to actually end up using Struggle. Or not? Okay. So we got 21 HP. That means we can battle 2 Caterpies, 1 Metapod. $12. Okay, so we can battle a not level 6 or 5 Metapod. Okay, 21 HP. I guess that depends on if they round up or not. Perfect. Okay, so the damage is 50% recall rounded down. Because we should have ended with 1 HP right there. 1. We ended with 2. Good to know. Crit. Crit does less damage than a Screech Tackle. All right, well, I think we can start doing single Screech level 4 Metapods. Still probably going to go with the double Screech for level 5 and 6 Metapods. And as I mentioned before, we will do the trainers when we get to level 15. As anybody who's done these runs should at least know by now, those trainers, yes, they're great XP early on. But because of the Kakuna that's there, the amount of time it could take to knock out those trainers could be so astronomically high. It's just way better to beat them faster when you're a higher level. Ironically, even at level 15, we were still not able to even two-shot the Caterpie Weedles. We were only able to two-shot with a Screech. Screech, Screech. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit more difficult to use struggle because now we're knocking things out a little too fast where we don't even need screeches. Well, don't need screeches. We don't need to use as many screeches. So one shot, please. Nice. It's crazy to think that we're still 12. We're halfway there. We're halfway to level 17. It's only 4 levels away, but we have twice as much training to do. Interesting. I'm curious if this is one of those runs where it might actually be worth it to do the optional rival. Because of how long it takes to knock out wild Pokemon, the rival is usually just a waste of time. But in this run, the rival is going to take less time than doing Metapods. This might be the one run where it's just better to do the rival than 4 Metapods. We'll still do that after 15, though. Not crazy. On the bright side, we learned last run that you can beat Brock so easily, you do not need a potion in front of him. Which, by the way, we have not bought. I'll do it with the Pokeballs. Nice crit. By the way, D1, I am in voice chat if you want to join in. Unless you're busy, of course. I've been doing this for when Speed and John pop in. But I'm always joinable. I don't think there's any run that I'm doing that's like, oh no, don't join me. Although if I were doing a game that weren't Pokemon, that had like cutscenes, then I'd probably not want somebody to join, but that's very specific. That's nuts. I just missed so many tackles and screeches in this battle. I had to battle that Metapod at +3 defense. I'm level 14. Come on. All right, how many tackles does this do now? Still 2. No screeches, still 2. Screech tackles also 2 hits, so obviously uses less tackles if I do the screech. All right. Screech, screech. Okay, nice relevant crit. Wonder if I can make it to 15 before healing. Six tackles? No, I'm not. What if I go triple screech here? Will I be able to one shot? Ooh, maybe then. Maybe. I got enough screeches where I can try and stretch the PP to get the level up. 215. Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to make it. Although, I could just do the trainer with the Caterpie and the Weedle first. So that way I level up by the time I get to the trainer that has the Kakuna. I think that trainer gives 141, probably. Purposely walking in the grass that didn't have encounters. One Screech. Tackle. Oh, good. I feel like that does more damage than last time. Okay, but this one starts with a Weedle, so I'll get to 15 before the Kakuna. Alright, so level 6 Metapods, I'm double Screeching now. Okay, well, I missed 2 Screeches, so now we're at essentially -1. And I got a crit, so just straight didn't matter. Poison. That's good, because we were going to go heal anyways. Always scary when you get poisoned. And you have a long walk ahead of you. All right. Pidgey, Screech, Screech. Okay, 1 sand attack. Screech. Leech Seed. All right. Screech. All right, we got it down triple. Miss. Okay. Perfect. Not the best, but 200 experience, that was equal to approximately 3.5 Metapods, so probably worth it. All right, now that we're on our way back, we'll walk in the encounterable tiles. Okay, miss. Okay, so now the goal is to make it to 409 away from level 17. That's the goal. 409 away. Incredibly, we are way ahead of schedule. I wonder if that has to do with the whole Metapods might actually just be too long to battle. It might just take too long to battle the Metapods. Where even though they give more experience, they're just not better. This makes me wonder if I knock out every Pokemon on the grass south of Pewter with 1 Screech, 1 Tackle, I'm curious if the grass is actually faster. We already know the experience in the grass is slower, but I think the experience in the grass assumes you 1 to 2 shot everything. And we don't. We 5 shot the Metapods. We 1-shot the level 3 Caterpie, though. It's too late. I've already committed to this strategy. Plus, if I do the grass training, technically, I would also have a higher speed stat, which I just don't need. I don't know what other stats would be worse because of it. Because here's the thing. Even though that training might be faster, I'm getting a lot of defense here. That might matter. I don't know, but it might matter. I mean, it's only like +2 defense, so it really doesn't matter that much, but, you know, maybe. Sucks when you miss one Screech and then the Metapod battle actually turns into a 7-shot. You got to use 2 Screeches to compensate. All right, level 5 Metapod. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Nice crit. Oh my god, 1 XP a week. 1 XP. Bummer. But it looks like we're going to have a faster Brock. I think the more Metapods actually screwed us over. Very interesting. Interesting. All right, this should turn into 2-shot. I was more confident that I could win via 2-shot than a 3-shot with all those Screeches. There's literally just nothing he can do unless I miss a Sonic Boom like that. I would have to miss 2 Sonic Booms to die, though. If I had full HP, I actually wouldn't die. Because I'd take 40 back. Okay, we're buying 6 Pokeballs, 6 potions, 3 antidotes. Anybody wondering why? I would hope that it would be self-explanatory. We knock out everything slowly, so we get hit by lots and lots of poison stings. And also, because we knock out everything slowly, we just take a lot of hits. So the potions, 5 potions. I don't even know if 5 potions will be enough, actually. Glad I didn't use Horn Attack. I have no idea when I'm supposed to turn right because of the whole not color thing. But I've just kind of committed to when I see the sign, I can turn right. All right, we're at approximately the Brock time now. So we've probably saved 1.5 minutes on Brock. All right, last time we did too much training, but honestly, I don't believe there's any such thing as too much training. When Rival 2 is just that hard. No sand attack, that's good. No. Another reason to get potions. I'd love to knock out these wild Pokemon, but I just have such a limited amount of PP for Sonic Boom. Normally, wild Pokemon are helpful because they get me an extra level or 2 by the time I get to Rival 2. But unfortunately, when you have one good move, Sonic Boom, not much you can do about it. I think it's right after you pass the stones at the entrance of Route 3. That's all right. Regardless, we're doing good. That was an accident. I missed tackle. Dang it. Oh well. Last time I finished with 1 too many Sonic Booms, so we're probably still fine. I missed another Sonic Boom. That's unfortunately my accuracy for this part of the run is worse. I might end the cave with significantly less Sonic Booms. I've got 5. I think last time I had 7, so I think we'll still be fine. So my Sonic Booms will be the Zubat, the one here. Oh my god, I missed one. Okay. Okay, well, I'm not confident we can finish with this much HP, so we'll get 1 potion there. I'll actually save. I'm not super confident that I can win with 1 Sonic Boom. So we need to Screech. Screech. Oh, I missed. And then double tackle. Okay. Screech. Okay, I got hit by a Screech. That's very bad. Oh, I got hit by 2 Screeches. That's very, very bad for this coughing. Who has only attacking moves. And I got poisoned. And tackle knocked me out. Oh, gotta hate misses, but on the right. Oh, interesting. Well, that worked out. Interesting. Jesus, how many Sonic or Screeches can one person miss? I also want it to be known that I prepared so hard for that Grimer, and then I got a crit. And then I missed a Sonic Boom. Oh my god. I don't think that battle should have been that hard. Oh well. We don't have to go catch a Sandshrew, so I guess there's a silver lining. We're also level 21, whereas last time we were 20 for the rival. We were 1 away from 21. Literally 1 XP. Interestingly enough, there are a lot of times the last run we were 1 XP away from level up. Okay, well last time we got hit by 1 sand attack. Maybe we'll get hit by 0. Okay, critical hit gust. I'm cool with that. Critical hit quick attack. Not a fan of that though. Okay, self-destruct. Got to make sure to pay attention not to use that. I'll make sure to move it so it's in slot 3. The hardest slot to accidentally use. Okay, good. Anything with under 40 HP, I'm going to double Sonic Boom here. Holy crap, that was a quick attack. Ooh, that did a lot. Oh god. Well, 1 Sonic Boom, that's as good as we could have hoped. We now have 10 potions and 5 antidotes, so hopefully we can heal less. Hopefully we can go back and heal less. Significantly less. As I mentioned, anytime I see a Pokemon under 40, automatic double Sonic Boom. We take too much damage on this run to care about Sonic Boom PP. No, not Sand Attack. Oh, in a worthless crit. Oh no. Oh, it's got 46. No, stop. 3 tackle miss, 4 tackle, 5 tackle miss, 6 tackle miss, 7 tackle misses. 7 tackle misses off of 1 sand attack. This girl's the new champion. Because I am, not. Oh, I need to add a reset. Oh. That was just ludicrous. .45 accuracy. 45. So much accuracy. So far, we've had 2 unexpected resets. Uh-oh. It is what it is, though. You know, the early game until you get Thunderbolt is real bad. So bad. All right, double Sonic Boom. Gotta love it when you see a Pokemon with less than 40 HP. Just don't even have to think about it. Double critical hit, triple critical hit Karate Chop. Not a fan. Man, if I missed a Sonic Boom there, I could have actually lost. I don't know if 5 extra potions was enough. After I beat Misty, I think I might actually go back and buy some more. But on the bright side, I think we still ended up saving a lot of time just because of how many times I had to go heal last time. I don't remember how much HP these Oddish have. I'm curious. Okay, I don't think Absorb will put them. Yep. I think Absorb got 1 HP. Oh, wow, this Pidgey is actually weak enough to knock out Sonic Boom. That's rare. I don't know why I went to the computer first. That was dumb. Okay. The last time Sonic Boom was a 3-shot on this Goldeen, so I think I'd rather double. I'd go Screech, Screech, Tackle, Tackle. No, that's stupid. Triple Sonic Boom's still better. Ironically, I hit myself still so many times. All right, well, 51 HP, I'm not confident. Would have been confident if I had like 60 HP, I would have not healed, but not 51. Okay, well, we got a tackle crit. We're still fine, though. That feels good, at least. All right, we're going to go buy more potions. 4 is not enough. I need 2 just in the SSN. All right, so last time I bought 4 super potions, it wasn't enough. Or sorry, it was too many by 2. And since I have all of the regular potions this time, I think I'll buy just 2. Are you serious? Oh, I got a crit. I saved, right? I'd hate to have to restart the whole run just because, you know, something stupid like this. Oh my god, how many Screech misses can I miss? Okay. Not a fan, but you know what? The important thing is, if you're wondering why did Screech tackle there, it was because of Pidgey Girl. I think I want to hold on to as many Sonic Booms as humanly possible for Pidgey Girl. Last time I missed 0 Sonic Booms on her because I got hit by 0 sand attacks. I'll take 1 miss. I've already used the amount of potions that I bought just to save. So this is a 3-hit with Sonic Boom. So if it's a 3-hit, I might as well just go with the Screech Tackle to save Sonic Boom. So that way, the life oh my god. I missed 3 Screeches and then got a critical hit tackle. Unbelievable. Okay, well now I have to buy more super potions because I just went through so many potions. I went through an abnormal amount of potions. On the bright side, though, for having a bad run, we are significantly more prepared. So, you know, there is that. This guy's actually hard. Real. Okay, well, we have the antidotes. Oh, rat poison, though. Ah. Okay, well, that's one super potion. All right, so now we got that. I got 10 Sonic Booms. This doesn't really matter. I might as well just use the life ether. Actually, I'm still gonna have too many ethers. Oh well. Right, ether, Sonic Boom, super potion. All right, well, how many Sonic Booms can we hit? All right, no sand attack, no sand attack, and no sand attack. We missed one Sonic Boom, so it was almost as bad. Oh my god, a Hyper Fan crit is almost the strongest thing that could have hit us. In our time of need, in our absolute time of need, we missed 3 Screeches on that Ivysaur, and then a tackle. Just without sand attack, mind you. I've now been sand attack, so it's a little bit more obvious that I can probably lose. Okay, well, he missed a Hyper Fang, so at least there's that. It just doesn't matter. Just does not matter. Just one sand attack is death. One sand attack is death. There's no way. No way to win without this with the sand attack. Oh my god, why is it I crit every single time I set up a Screech in an important battle? Yeah, so the Growls do nothing when I got Sonic Boom. But unfortunately, last time my Sonic Boom was disabled. All right, I got 14 Sonic Booms. That's going to be more than enough for Surge. 2 potions and 1 super potion after Surge. That seems reasonable. I could take quite a bit of damage. All right, well, we got a lot of bagging done there, so that's good. Luckily, I think Raichu does such little damage that if I got hit by like a critical hit Thunderbolt, I could still rest. Okay, well, 2 Thunderbolts is a little scary, but we managed. All right. We got 4 antidotes, so we're good. If we get hit by the paralyze, actually no, I think the status condition junior trainer usually goes for poison. Usually. All right, I forgot to move the repels. Oops. That's what happens when you break your normal actions. So 48 HP to 23. There's not much I can do. Oh, nice crit. Light screen over tackle. 48 to 23. That's fine. This trainer is just not good. I'm not even going to waste an antidote. There's just no point. I'm going to go heal anyways. Need the PP for Thunderbolt. All right. So go to him without using a repel, then save. All right. Triple Sonic Boom. Wow, we have a lot more HP than I anticipated. All right. Status condition junior trainer, do your worst. By do your worst, I mean don't do your work. Don't do your best. Wow, that could not have gone better. Okay, 1 super potion will do. And now we don't have to start the exploding hiker while damaged. It never came up last time, but it could have. Can't survive self-destruct from here. All right, we can survive a non-crit. Perfect. We're going to let our repel run out, get into a wild encounter. Wake up, run away, and set a repel. Love that strat. Whenever I use rest on the exploding hiker, love using that strat. Okay, we got an antidote for that. All right, that was our last use of an antidote. Actually, no, I take that back. Cycling Road is our last use of an antidote. All right. Nugget. Heal at the Pokemon Center. Take that back. Get Eevee first. Then heal at the Pokemon Center. Yeah, I did forget to put the vertical up, I know. Or I'll just delete it after the stream. Yep. It's unfortunate that mods can't have, like... No, I take that back. Mods should not have the power to be able to delete a stream. That would be very bad. Imagine. That would literally, if somebody was, like... I don't know. If you made somebody angry during the stream, they could delete your stream and essentially make you lose money. No, that would make sense. Not somebody from my size. You'd make me lose $1. Not a big deal. But for somebody way, way bigger than me, you could make them lose, like Scott. I think Scott makes like upwards of like almost $100 a stream, or maybe let's say 50. Let's say he makes $50 a stream. you only get like 10 of it up front. The 40 is after, you know. So you could essentially screw over Scott by $40. I'm doing all of this for money. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, for some reason, my brain thought I was going to get the iron on the bottom floor, but you need the key to do that, so that was a mistake, but not a big mistake. I still got the hyper potion. I'm not sure if how much money that's worth. All right. No, not all the antidotes, just 2. Full restore, potions, max potion. I'd love to say the ether. It's worth $0. I might be able to use the ether. Okay, 42 grand. All right, 8 repels. Oh, I almost screwed up. Almost screwed up. Okay, we're good. That trick right there that I just used to get that girl to go out of the way. That's a trick that Speed uses to go up, off of the floor, and then back on the floor. She resets into space. All right, buy 1 of everything. Okay. Sell. I think we had a blackout at some point, so I might not even be able to get as... Oh, we had 2 blackouts, actually, now I think about it. So we're not even going to be able to get the 4 calciums we had last time. Oh my god, is it so close, too. That's just very unfortunate. It probably wouldn't have been that close, though, if I didn't get the hyper potion. So, honestly, I'm not that annoyed by it. It wouldn't have been that close. All right. I forget when I should teach Reflect. Clearly, I was able to teach Reflect way before Giovanni's Self, which is what I have written down in my notes. It would. Oh, you know what? We'll teach Reflect before Koga. I don't know when the last time I really need to use Rest is, but we'll teach it before Koga. Actually, hold on. Last time I kept Swift because I was going to use it in Self-Co for training, and I didn't. What if I actually just keep Rest and use Rest on Koga? That might be a better strategy than Reflect. Rest. I can't have both Rest and Reflect, though. It has to be one or the other. I must have Thunderbolt, Light Screen, and Sonic Boom for the rest of the game. Because I think I can probably survive a full HP self-destruct, but definitely not an X-Attack self-destruct. Well, I bought 2 rests. 1 rest is for Lance, and 1 is for Giovanni's Self. Or Reflect. 1 Reflect is for Giovanni's Self, and 1 is for Lance. But if I have Reflect earlier, it does make some things easier. Last time I kept Swift, and Swift was useless. You got done coaching a game, and one of the parents yelled at the ref. I got it on video. Like, what? Woman, there was one ref, of course. He's gonna miss things. Yeah. Of course. Love that. It does not matter if the ref is right or wrong, as long as they're calling it consistently. Actually, hold on. So, like, for instance, everyone's like, hey, it's letters, which is right under your tits, all the way to knees, depending on the age group. As long as the referee is calling, let's say, shoulders to knees, as long as they do it every single time, we got no problem. Because the strike zone is not a finite concept. The strike zone is what it is that game. It's even that way sometimes in the majors. Like, there are home plate umpires in the majors that will call it like this much off of the side of the bag. As long as he does it every single time, it's fine. And that's why sometimes reffing advantage is an advantage. Like, I did hear something like, for instance, on the Super Bowl, depending on what refs are going to ref the game, not receivers, the guys covering receivers, I can't remember what their name are called, cornerbacks or something, they will play a lot more handsy, grabbing people's hands or playing closer to the receiver, depending on the ref, because some refs call pass interference a lot less than other refs. Sometimes refs actually have a bigger impact on the game than most people like to believe, but as long as they're doing it consistently, then it's something you can plan for, and it's something that you shouldn't complain about. I actually stopped umpiring. I was doing it for the love of the game, and unfortunately, the love of the game has kind of depleted. I didn't really need the money. The money was like $45 a game. It was like 3 hours or 2.5 hours, depending on if it was in the summer or the spring. Spring games, people are in school, and fall games, people are in school, so they cut it off 2.5 hours no matter what. In the summer, it's 3 hours, and it's 3 hours in the freaking heat. So you're getting paid less for a worse situation. But mostly, I did it for one reason and one reason only. I freaking hate the games in the rain. I can never determine when the games are in the rain because obviously I pick them up months in advance. But every single time I do a game in the rain is the absolute worst. I'd rather do 10 games before I do one game in the rain. One game in the rain is just absolute worst. And I'm not talking like sprinkle. Sprinkle is actually fine as long as it, starts, stops, starts, stops. If it's full on raining, I'd rather do a whole batch of games before I do that. One game in the rain is just miserable because everybody else, half of the time they get to go in the dugout. I have to stay out in the rain the whole time. And also, most people, I don't really get sick very often. I get like a runny nose and like a slight temperature. Again, I don't get sick enough where I would call it sick. But technically, the only time I get sick is when I do a rain game because I'm out in the cold and there's nothing I can do about it. All right, now that the rant is over, we should probably get back to playing. Did I already pick up the Poke Flute? I did. Okay. This is not normal. I don't usually pause the run. I only pause the run for normal things. Gym Leader Matt pauses it whenever he wants to think. I usually try it and one time it through. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm not saying that's the right way. It's just the way I always do it. But when I pause, it's usually for a non-game related reason. Okay, but anyways, right. I need to heal and then we'll do some training on Cycling Road. All right. Oh, I also need to use the PP ups. I could use them after picking up the third. I had another item here at some point. Oh, right. It was the Swift TM. Right. Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt. All right. This guy's got 2 fighting Pokemon that we can knock out. Perfect. Literally perfect. This guy's got Mankey Primeape. Nope, Machoke. Okay. So one of the 2 guys near the grass has got Mankey Primeape. Oh my god, that was a crit. I don't know why I'm so surprised. I should have expected that. Do I have any healing items? think I sold them. Oh well. That crit mattered. I got a freshwater, technically. I can't use that though. Alright, now we can battle the wheezing guy at the... Oh, actually, we have rest. We have rest. Nothing in here can really damage us very much, so worst case scenario, I just rest. The wheezing's the only one here who can hit us. Alright, cool. This guy's got wheezing muck. Okay, well, you know what? That's cool. We're allowed to die in the overworld. We died in the overworld. Oh, hold on. Oh, I sold all of the antidotes? Interesting. That's fine. We're allowed to die in the overworld. As long as we don't get into another encounter, I don't lose. And there we go. The nice thing is, it's not based on the level 7 Pokemon you currently see on the screen. It's based on the Pokemon that's level 37, as you can see at the bottom middle of the screen. Always based on first member of the party. Not the first alive member, the first member. Oops. Actually, hold on. No, this is the right... Oh, crap. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. This is the right area I wanted to be. Okay, well, we've got one less Super Repel, and we need that Super Repel, so... I guess that means, no extra trainers in Victory Road. That's not a big deal. Alright, 10th floor... Then we'll do the 9th. Wow, I expected to accidentally battle that guy because I got stuck on the tree, but boy, that guy does not see you until he absolutely spawns, which means you can actually stop in front of the tree, immediately click left and down if you wanted. Interesting. Always learning new things. I actually thought you had to do that whole entire spot right here quickly. Turns out you just needed to make sure you turn that corner correctly. All right, this Hypno is make or break because of the hypnosis. All right, this guy I skipped last time. He's got 2 self-destructing Pokemon. But I do have rest, so it's not as big a deal. Oh, actually, apparently this Weezing doesn't have self-destruct. I thought it did. I'll use rest at some point in here. I'll probably do on the last Raticate. Critical hit, okay. Ironic, it actually used focus energy and a critical hit. That is actually nuts. All right, so we're on the 9th floor. We've already done the 10th. We want to go to the 7th. Battle this guy. I don't think there's anything on the 6th. The 5th, there's the one guy on the left. I'm only grabbing the experience-rich trainers because right now we have Vaporeon. This guy's got 2... this guy's Electrode with its self-destruct has ended. This is the one I was... No. Oh my god. The critical hit self-destructs, man. Unbelievable. Yep, rest was definitely the right strat here. All right, so this is the 7th, 5th. Nobody on the 4th. We already battled the experienced rich guy on the 3rd. So just the 2nd after this? Sweet. We will battle no trainers in the Pokemon Mansion this time. Last time we battled one. Can I one-shot Weezing now? I did that just in case I got a Gen 1 miss. Actually, no, it didn't matter. Yeah, if I had gotten a Gen 1 miss. Perfecto. All right, we're going to do Erica because I want to grab the strength candy and not accidentally forget it, which I like to do. I don't think an extra like 3 levels is going to matter very much. Plus I have rest. I'm trying to think when I need to do my next save and when I need to teach Reflect. I need to teach Reflect guaranteed the trainer before Giovanni himself. Uh-oh. No! No, no, no! 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 I can't beat the first run now. The worst part is I was on great pace. I guess we're gonna have to go with the first time. Do I really think 1 minute was gonna make or break the time? Let's see, 126. What if I got 125? 125 would have been the difference between... Well, I don't remember what my game time was. Oh, wait, I already got 125. What's the difference between 125 and 124? Paris versus Goldeen. All right, I'm going to check out my own stream, see if I beat Paris. I'm not restarting the run whatsoever. It's impossible to beat my first time now. I don't... Oh, right. You can't see your own self streaming. That would be crazy. I went to my subscription section. I'm like, where's my own stream? I'm just going to see where this puts us on the leaderboard real quick. Okay, so we got approximately 524. We beat Paris. We could have maybe have gone up 1 place. I'm going to go ahead and say that's fine. That is fine. I think with a bit of luck, we probably could have beaten Goldeen. I don't think we would have beaten Kabuto, but that's perfectly fine. I'm perfectly happy with that. But anyways, thank you guys for joining in on today's run. It's very unfortunate that it had to end like this, but turns out even if you do 1,000 runs and you think I'm over leveled as shit, I have rest just in case everything goes horrifically wrong. I have rest. You can still lose. All right. Well, good night, guys. Everybody who voted over, you were correct. Good job. Good night.